Hello, friends. God loves you. I love you. This is about September 11th, right? Um, September 11th, right? Oh, spirit. Right here. Bird just flew. So what's been going on in the back of my head is, how come no weapons formed against humanity will ever prosper? How come September 11th happened and I left to join the military, right? Before it happened. And I remember going into the airport, because the airport didn't always have TSA. You know, it's a lot of people that live in their country and never even leave their state. So if you do decide to leave your state now, you would think that TSA was always a thing, but it wasn't always a thing. In September 11th, 2001, that changed TSA. TSA magically appeared, okay? Like, I left July 30th. September 11th happened, and I think I went back to New York. I was in Chicago for boot camp, for training. And September 11th happened. When I flew back from Illinois to New York City on an airplane, it was like me and maybe like one or two other passengers, and it was more flight attendants than it was people on the plane. Nobody was flying. And there was no security, and then all of a sudden these machines was there, people were hired, and then we were the victim. September 11th happened, and we all know who did September 11th, okay? It was an inside job. Unfortunately, that's why God is an amazing God and sees everything, and everything is being revealed, okay? So September 11th happened, and all of a sudden now every being, and I travel a lot, y'all. I'm in the airport all the time, and it is a personal disrespect against the self that every individual automatically goes to the airport, and for our security, we're being searched like we are the threat, when who was the threat, right? This is what's been going on my mind. Like, God's been putting on my mind, talking about September 11th, how things happen. And so this message, pay attention, friends. Pay attention. Bomb on everything trying to play us. Pay attention, friends. Pay attention to the world around you. Do not be so distracted in other people's business and other people going on and gossip, and especially when you yourself have something to work on in your own life. But don't be distracted that you cannot be aware about things that are put in place that is really like, yo, I love myself and I don't tolerate no bullshit, and I don't like when things are imposed upon me, and I'm paying attention to what's happening. So friends, pay attention, because when we aren't paying attention and things are put in place, then it becomes a norm, and then all of a sudden it's like this mandatory thing. But how anybody ever going to tell another human being what to do, like as it pertains to your safety? Someone that's making you unsafe can't tell you what's best for your safety. Like, that's a whole renege right there. Friends, pay attention, okay? And do everything that is right. God is paying attention to everything. And I don't know if y'all paying attention, but it's some upheavaling going on up in the spirit and in this 3D reality. Pay attention, friends. Be your best versions. Be your best versions. If you was a mean person up until 2 seconds ago, look, if your heart is in it, you can change for the better and just contribute to being a better human being. Pay attention to humanity. Do not be unconscious. Be conscious and be kind. That's this message, okay? Pay attention. I love you so very much. God loves you so very much. No weapons formed against our expansion and evolution into our highest timeline will ever prosper. Okay, friends? I love you. God loves you. Bye.